Okay, next problem. We are looking at what x value are we going to have, or what c value are we going to have to complete the square. So we're trying to make a perfect square. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this b value and divide it by 2 and square it. So this is negative 11 squared, which is 121. Find the value that completes the square and then write it as a perfect square. Doing the same thing, you take the b value, divide it by 2, and square it. So this is negative 8 squared, which is 64. So 64 is going to be it. Well, obviously, if there's only one that has 64, this is it. But you can see how negative 8 is the guy who is helping you make the perfect square. So this is like what we were just doing, actually. So if we were trying to simplify this, you can simplify this. If you're looking at the denominator, you only have a 25 and a 4 in the denominator. So what would get rid of a 25 and a 4 would be a 100. So you can multiply the top and the bottom by 100. But when you multiply the top, you're actually doing it to everyone. So it looks like this actually, x squared over 25 times 100. And then add the opposite. So then plus negative x squared over 4 times 100. And then you have 400. And then these two and these two have something in common. So this will turn into a 4. And this guy will turn into a 25. So you'll end up to have 4x squared plus a negative 25x squared over 400, which is negative 21x squared over 400. Now, the absolute value of a complex number, if I have absolute value of a plus bi, it's the square root of a squared plus b squared. So if I have the absolute value of this, it's going to be the square root of 6 squared plus a negative 9 squared. So 36 plus 81. So this is 117 under the square root. So if we break 117 down, this will go 3 39 and then 3 13. So you can see that a 3 will come out. So basically, let's actually just write that. No, actually. So this is actually 3 times 3 times 13. So 3's come out. 3 squared root of 13. When you simplify these, you're just doing like terms. So you can see that this is a like term with this. And this is a like term with this. So we're going to end up with 1 plus 6i. This next one, you're going to multiply this out. So you're going to have 18 plus 15i plus 36i plus 30i squared, but the I squared has to be a -1. So this is actually -30. So that means that these are like terms and these are like terms. So we're going to get -12 plus 51i. This guy you're going to put right next to each other. And then multiply it out. Again, this guy turns into a -1, which makes this -4. So you have these like terms and these like terms. So you end up with 8i. Here you're going to distribute this negative. So you add the opposite of this guy and that guy. So then you collect your like terms. So this is a like term with this. And this is a like term with this. And you're going to end up with -15 plus 2i.